All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining once again for this session. And today the topic we have to cover is zero conditional. All right. So I think all of you will be familiar that you have already studied first conditional. We have done first conditional. All right. So if I ask you that what is zero conditional, what do you think? What comes in your mind? It is already written on the screen. What is zero conditional? Okay, so okay, let's talk about first conditional. All right, before we discuss what zero conditional is, I would like to know from you. Can you please tell me what is first conditional? Just the recap of the previous lecture or the previous topic. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? What is zero conditional? Oh, sorry, first conditional. Can you give me an example and just brief?
First
Yes.
conditional is the combination of
Mm,
present
mhm.
indefinite and future indefinite.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, and what does it show? Why do we use first conditional? What are the uses of first conditional? Yes. Anyone of you would like to answer this? Yes. Who would like to answer? All right. So we use first conditional when we talk about the factual results. All right. Like we talk about the condition and the result. If you do this, this will happen. So this is something that we are talking about when we are talking about the facts, which can be true in present and in future as well. Like if you work hard, you will succeed. All right. If you speak the truth, I will reward you. Okay, or I will give you a prize. It means that if you do something, if you fulfill this condition, this result will happen, and this is the fact, and it is factual condition for future. Let's talk about what is zero conditional. Zero conditional is when we want to talk about facts or things that are generally true means that maybe it is a fact, it can be a scientific fact, or it is a general truth. Okay, and it is covered by the zero conditional. For instance, this is a very good example on the screen. You can see when you heat ice, it melts. Now, when you look at the sentence, when you heat ice, it melts. What is the combination of the tense? Like, as you know, Fatma rightly answered that in first conditional we use simple present and simple future. All right, it is a combination of two tenses, simple present and simple future. We talk about the facts, we talk about the condition in simple present, and we talk about the result and the outcome in future simple. But in this example, what two tenses can you see? Yeah. What two tenses can you see?
Ma'am, both are in present simple.
Excellent, Fatima. Thank you so much. They both are in present simple and present indefinite. It means that you can easily identify and you can easily spot the difference between the first conditional and the zero conditional. That the zero conditional is when the two clauses, if clause and the other clause, they both are in simple present. All right, or sometimes imperative sentences as well. How imperative, we will discuss. Okay, next. Now, zero conditionals uses if or when. I mean, you see that when we talk about conditional sentences, we always have this if in our mind. But mostly with zero conditional, you will see when is also used. Okay, when and must be followed by the simple present or imperative. Like what is imperative? Imperative sentences are those sentences which doesn't have any subject and they directly begin with a word. For example, when when you see John, call me. All right. When you see John, call me. So that call me is imperative. All right. Which is a sentence that begins with a verb, fresh form, and the first form of the verb, not with the subject. There are examples. When it rains, tennis lessons are held in the gym. Or whenever it rains, let me admit, okay. Whenever it rains, tennis lessons are held in the gym. It means that we are not talking about that if it rains today, so we will have our tennis lessons in the gym. This is first conditional, but this first conditional is referring the specific situation. It is not for all time general truth. All right. But in this sentence, when we are using two simple present or zero conditional, it means it is a general. You can say it is a general information that whenever it rains, our classes are held in the in the auditorium, or our the game is, or the sport is done in the gym, something like that. Okay, if it rains, tennis lessons are held in the gym. So you see that if and when they both can be placed. Okay, now the next sentence. All right. um, Look at what is the construction of the zero conditional. That if clause is like condition that is followed by simple present tense. If you heat ice, it melts. This is the result. What happens when you heat ice? It melts. It is the result. Okay, if it rains, you get wet. I mean, is there any possibility that if it is raining and you are standing in the rain and you think that, or anybody can say and claim that you will not get wet? No, it is a general truth. It is the fact that if you are standing in the rain, or if if it rains, you get wet if you are outside. This is a general truth. Next. Okay. There are a few more examples, like if water reaches 100 degrees, it boils. Okay, it is a scientific truth as well, or it is true. There can't be a different result sometimes. You can't say that, this is a phenomena that cannot be changed. All right, so this is a general truth. This is the fact which cannot be changed. If there can't be a different result for it. Okay, if I eat peanuts, I am sick. All right, sometimes what happens that things are true for us, not for everyone. Okay, but it's perfectly fine if you are talking about your condition, if you are talking about your situations. That is generally true in your case, but not in everyone's. All right. There are a few more examples. If people eat too much, they get fat. All right. So it is like, you can say it is also a general truth that, if people who eat a lot, or people who drink less water, they usually feel dehydrated. They usually have a dull and dry skin. All right. So you say that this is one of the examples of people who don't drink, or girls who don't drink a lot of water. They usually have a dull and dry skin. All right. So this is a general truth that drinking water is good for everyone. Okay. So you should drink it. If you touch a fire, you get burned. This is truth. I mean, can anybody claim that when you touch a fire, you won't be burned? Nobody can claim that. And this is a general truth. People die if they don't eat. Again, nobody can claim that people can survive and human beings can live without eating. You get water if you mix hydrogen and oxygen. So you see that H2O is water formula. This is the chemical combination, all right? And this is a scientific truth. So if you mix hydrogen and oxygen, you get water. Snakes bite if they are scared. So maybe you are talking about particular habits or nature of people and things and animals, all right, that react in particular situation, they react that way. So you will also discuss that in simple present. Okay, if babies are hungry, they cry. This is a general truth. Now, look at this. Zero conditional for general fact. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. Next. Okay. If children, okay, can you try please this? Can you make a negative sentence of it in the simple present tense? If children not obey means, what do you think? How to complete this sentence? Can you please give it a try?
Do not obey. Don't obey. if
Okay.
children don't obey their parents.
Excellent, excellent, Fatima. You're very active today, and I'm anticipating others' responses as well. So, if children don't obey their parents, they are usually punished. Okay. So, what is this? This is we were talking about general things. Sometimes when we are sitting together, we are discussing, or we are having a debate, or we are having a discussion on certain topics, and whenever we are going to talk about anything that is a fact, or anything that is generally true, and that you have seen mostly happening around, then we use zero conditionals to talk about that. Next. Okay. Now, if I, you know, have headache, I usually take an aspirin. All right. So this is something which is true in my case, that whenever, if can be replaced by when or whenever. So whenever I have headache, I usually take an aspirin, or I usually take Panadol, or I usually drink a cup of tea, and then I feel relaxed and I feel fine. I feel well, whatever. All right. So if I have headache, so this is something that is true in individual's case, but not everyone's case. Okay. Next. All right. For zero conditional, okay. If you let we have there are so many examples that will help you understand this. If you sit in the sun too long, you get sunburned. All right. So this is again, it is very true that if you sit in the sun too long, you get sunburned, you get tanned. Tanned means little darker complexion. All right. If you Okay, can you just try this? This is a negative sentence. So whenever there is a negative sentence, we use don't or doesn't. All right. So if you if you don't sleep enough, you feel tired. Okay. Or if you don't sleep enough, you don't feel fresh in the next morning. All right. So if you want to succeed in life, you have to work hard. This is the fact. Okay. All right. If you press that switch, the light comes on. If you do a lot of gym, you stay fit. Okay. When you fly a budget airline, you have to pay for your drinks and snacks. All right. Wood doesn't burn if there is no air. If people don't eat, they die. All right. So you see that we are using simple present tense. So make sure that you take care of this third person singular, as or es, don't and doesn't thing. Or iron rusts if it gets wet. Ice floats when you drop it in water. Okay, now it is your turn. This is the matching, match the column exercise. So one side you will see that there are conditionals, in simple present, and then the other side is the result in simple present for zero conditional. Can you just tell me what is the right option for the, what is the right match for these clauses? If you mix black and white, what is the result? What happens when you mix black and white? Mm-hmm. What happens?
Ma'am, you get gray.
You get gray, right? So when you mix black and white, you get gray color. Great. If you don't water flowers, then what happens? If you don't, or when you don't water flowers, then they
They die.
they die. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. When you heat ice, we have discussed it a lot in this.
It melts.
It turns to ice.
Yes.
It turns to ice.
All right. When you heat ice, it melts. If you freeze water,
Maybe it's turned to ice.
It turns to ice.
It turns to ice. When you tickle her, tickle. You know what is the meaning of the word tickle? What is the meaning of word tickle? All right, whose mic is on? All right. If you tickle her, what is the right answer? She laughs. Acha, what if you tickle her? She laughs. Tickle means, you know, sometimes some बच्चों को cuddle करते हैं or like, you know, जैसे गुदगुदी करना, something like that. Okay, so if you tickle her, she laughs. Okay, if you mix flour and water, all right, if you mix flour and water, what do you get? You know, when you mix atta and pani, what do you get?
You get dough.
You get
Yes, we are
dough.
present.
Dough.
You get dough. You're right. You're right. Okay. When the teacher gives us homework,
She always does it.
yeah, she always does it. All right. Whenever the teacher gives us homework, we always do it. She always does it. That's right. If you pour oil on water, what happens? If you pour, okay, it floats. It floats exactly because oil is not, you know, it doesn't dissolve in water. Oil doesn't dissolve in water. Okay. All right. So let's go for online. Let me stop share. Let me stop share and let's go for online exercise. I hope that it will help you. So, right. So I hope my screen is visible to you, everyone. Okay. So in this exercise, you have to tell me that it is zero conditional or it isn't a zero conditional. All right. So you can write in the chat box as well as you can unmute yourself and answer me. Fine. So that's when you press the button, the doorbell rings. Is it zero conditional?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I will give you a lift if the weather is bad.
Conditional type 1.
Ma'am, no.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So it
no
is-
way.
Very good. It is conditional type 1, so no way. When you go to the park, take your ball.
Zero conditional.
It's zero conditional. Acha, remember I told you that zero conditional can also have imperative, like, you know, one simple present and the other one can be imperative. Take your ball. This is directly starting after this comma. You can see take, it is starting with the word. So a sentence that is beginning with a word is an imperative, right? So when you go to the park, take your ball. It is zero conditional. Okay. If I had woken up earlier, I could have taken the bus.
No
What do you
way.
think?
No. No way. No way.
No way.
No way. Okay. Okay. When fish don't eat enough, they die.
Zero
That's a
conditional.
zero.
That's the zero conditional. Okay. Okay. When he buys chocolate, he buys me some too. I mean, whenever he buys
Zero
some
conditional.
chocolates,
Zero
Zero.
conditional.
this is zero. All right. So whenever my friend buys anything for eating, she also buys
No
for
way.
me. She brings for me as well, something like that. If you write to me, I will reply.
No way.
No way.
No way. Okay.
No way.
Let's check the answers. All correct. Excellent. Okay. After that, we are going to do another online exercise. Let me just share the screen. And we have another very quick overview of idioms that is mentioned in your curriculum, some medical idioms, okay, that we will do. All right, so where is the, let me check this is. No. Okay. Now you have to tell me, okay? And we will check the answers as well. All right. So if I wake up, you know, the verb is already given in the bracket. So what should I write here? If I wake up late, this is zero conditional. Remember, I
Am.
am. Okay. Thank you so much for bringing this up. All right. So look at in this example, everybody, I would like you to please pay attention to this be. All right. So if in bracket be is written, this be is in for the present. It is referring to is MR.
Is
And
MR.
for past, it is referring was and were. All right. So be is like is MR, was and were. They are be verbs. Okay, so because we need here simple present, so that is why we are writing here am, and because the subject is I, so definitely we have to write here am. If my husband,
Cooks.
all right, excellent. So you see that my husband is third person singular,
Cooks.
one person, so definitely you should add s with it. Okay, if my husband cooks, he
He burns the food.
excellent. All right.
Burns.
Or we can talk in a way like let's check this. Correct. Let's check this. Correct. Okay. We can also say if like you know when my husband cooks or when my sister cooks, she usually or she always burns the food. All right. So this is the general truth. Okay. Let me just save the screenshots. Okay, now if Julie
Doesn't
this
wear. Doesn't wear.
all right, acha, don't or doesn't, don't or
Does
doesn't,
not.
Does not.
doesn't. All right, because Julie is third person singular. All right, and this clue with not in the bracket is
Not.
telling you that you have to make a negative sentence. Okay, so if Julie doesn't wear
Wear.
a hat, you know, if she doesn't wear a hat, she, all right,
Gets.
Gets.
he gets
Gets.
sunstroke. All right, correct, excellent. All right, if children, all right, children is plural noun. Okay, so what do you think? What should we write? If
Children do not. Then do not
Don't.
wear. Do not eat.
okay, if children don't,
Eat.
wait a minute. If children don't eat, okay, child is singular and children is plural. All right. So if children don't eat well,
They are not. They are not.
they are not, or they are okay. Chalo, they are not लिख देते हैं. Otherwise, I was writing contraction. Let's see if it is accepts. All right, good. They are not healthy. If you, if you
Mix.
if you mix charge okay so if you mix water and electricity you
Get.
get a shock. All right, Whose mic is on? After you answer, please do mute yourselves. Okay. If people, okay, right, we are going to skip a few. I'll see which one we have to do, okay? All right, look at this, number 12. Tell me, what should we write? Lots of people
Come.
Come.
okay,
Come.
lots of people come. If Jenny, tell me, what do you think? What should be the word? The appropriate simple present verb should be here.
As a party.
If Jenny, have is correct?
No,
If
ma'am,
Jenny
has.
Acha, by the way, whose voice is this? Who is answering me? This girl. I want to know your name. Is this Fatima or Bhavna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
She is also giving answer.
Okay,
Bhavna.
good,
Bhavna is
good.
also giving answer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so let me write here has. All right, because Jenny is third person singular, so we can't write have. Excellent. Okay. Now look at this. She
Buys.
buys expensive clothes. If she
Goes shopping.
okay, if she goes shopping. Excellent. Okay, David, what do you think? What is the right?
Okay.
David?
Is sick.
Is
David is sick if he
Is sick.
drinks.
drinks.
Drinks आएगा मैम drinks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, look at this. Let's do this one as well. The river.
Drinks drink.
The river
Freeze.
freezes or freezes.
Freezes.
The
Freezes.
river freezes if it.
Is very cold.
Is very cold.
Okay. Good. Fine. All right. So let's just stop. Okay. So zero conditional is a very simple conditional and it is not very difficult at all. I hope all of you have understood it very well today, and still any one of you is having any confusion, please do ask me. Yeah. Should we move forward with another topic? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
because I don't
ma'am.
want to make
Yes,
this
ma'am.
video very long sometimes. It's very heavy file. All right, so let's go on.
Yes ma'am.
Okay. Please maintain the virtual classroom decorum. All right, those who are in the comments, those who are saying salam, thank you so much. Peace, greetings to you all. All right. So zero conditional.
Thank you miss. Thank you.
Okay. Let me share the screen. All right, Hamad, please mute yourself. Those students who are leaving their mics unmute and then they are talking, it is disturbing the class. Please don't do that. Okay. See, everybody. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. This is just all right, where is the screen? Okay. All right. Students, I was just thinking, because the vocabulary section of your curriculum also says that idioms can come, all right? So, today we are going to learn about, in the vocabulary section, some of the idioms that are related to medical terms, all right? All right, are you listening to me? Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. So I thought that why not I should also share with you some, some idioms which we use definitely in our, daily life, and they are related to some medical terms, and when we talk about health and when we talk about the medical terms and conditions. All right, because I don't know what the Dow University in the paper what you will get it, because definitely vocabulary is huge, topic. It cannot be covered in just one session. So this is the presentation. We will be very quickly reviewing it, and then I will share this presentation. I will ask Sir Irfan to email you today's, this recorded lecture, and as well as both the presentations. And make sure everybody has all the material. If you are not getting it, do let us know. And if you do not report us and tell us beforehand, we won't be responsible for it. Okay. So you see that there is a term. Somebody wants, somebody spoke in between. Who is that?
Yes, ma'am. I am Islamuddin. Ma'am, you should compress the video with the help of Sir Irfan, then send us.
Right. You see, why should I compress? I already have sent all the videos for him. He has put the link, the videos on YouTube, and he has shared the links with you. So it means that, you will not have to be worried about the space and how, big the video is, because since if it is, you are playing it online, so that's perfectly fine. Haven't you received the links, Islam? I just got to know that he has shared the links with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Haven't you received the online links?
Yes, ma'am, I saw the video, but video is so heavy. So
no, but when you are playing this online, so there is no issue of whether the video is heavy or not. All right, when you are downloading is it in your mobile phone, then it can create a problem. And when you are downloading it in your system, then it can be a heavy file. But since when it is uploaded on YouTube, it is just a link. You just go and open in your mobile phone anywhere and you can listen to it. I just would like to know, did you get the link or you got the video? What have you got?
I got video.
You got the video. All right. So have you not received the links? Anyone who would like to brief me about it, whether you have received the YouTube links or you have received the videos? What have you received?
I have received the videos.
Thank you, Islam. Right. Anyone of you, I would like to listen to others as well. Fatima Yusuf, would you please like to, Izhar, would you please like to brief me that what have you received? I mean, have you received the video links or the videos?
Ma'am, I have received videos, just not link.
Not the links. All right. So, okay,
Yes.
I understand your concerns. Thank you so much for bringing it up in the session. And remember one thing, that if you stay quiet, you don't share your concerns, then there will not be any solutions to your problems. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to request Sir Irfan that he should put them, all the videos on YouTube, and the links should be shared with you so that you can open them in your mobile phone anywhere and you can listen to it online, because I know that the videos are heavy. These are heavy files. Okay, so I take it and I'll discuss this matter and you will be facilitated accordingly. Does that make sense? Is that okay, everyone? Okay, so look at this. The first idiom that you can see on the screen is alive and kicking. It means that I'm good, in good health despite health, problems. Like I had a coronary bypass surgery last winter, but I am alive and kicking. All right, so I'm alive and kicking means that someone is saying that I'm in good health now. All right. So this is an idiom. You may not have heard it a lot because the idioms are less used, and we don't get to hear a lot of idioms around. But this one is very popular. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, which means that eating healthy foods will keep one from getting sick, all right, and needing to see a doctor. So normally we think that an apple a day keeps the doctor away means literally it means the same, but basically if we see in the deeper context, then we can say that eating healthy food will keep you healthy and it will keep you away from the doctor, all right. Like example, have an apple for a snake instead of those chips. An apple a day keeps the doctor away after all right? So you see that these examples have also been used in the sentences. Now the next is, yes, as fit as fiddle, all right, which means to be healthy and physically fit. So the example is my grandfather is 90 years old, but he is as fit as fiddle. Means that he is perfectly fine and physically fit. Okay. As pale as a ghost, it means extremely pale, extremely pale. You know the yellow skin color, like which means that maybe sometimes when you see something and you are afraid, you lose your color. All right. My grandfather was as pale as a ghost when he entered the hospital. Okay, meaning could be like sometimes when you are afraid, when you are scared. All right, we could mean that way as well. As pale as death. It also means the same. The woman in the hospital waiting room was as pale as death, out of fear, out of anxiety, whatever the reasons could be behind. At death's door, very near to death. Okay, sometimes you may have heard in the stories and you may have heard people saying that he is at death's door, means that someone who is very, very sick or someone who is facing is suffering from any chronic disease and has the less chances of survival. Then we can say that it is the person is at death's door. The sales manager was at death's door after his heart attack. Means almost someone was like, almost died. Next. Okay, acha, bitter pill to swallow. Yeah, please. Just a minute. Let me mute my.
Daniel.
All right, so a bitter pill to swallow, an unpleasant fact that one must accept. All right, sometimes did you hear say कि कभी कभी आपको कड़वी गोलियां खानी पड़ती हैं, or sometimes the truth is always bitter. All right. Okay. In the chat box, all those students who are writing, the comments in strange language. Okay, I'm going to remove them. I'm very strict in terms of discipline, everyone. So I am so sorry that I cannot tolerate this, and I will have to be removing you. So let me remove you. Hamad, Daniel, Azmat, and Bilal, 4 of you. Yes, Hamad, please tell me what is the reason that you are writing in a strange language in the chat box? Yes? Okay. So those students who will not abide by the virtual classrooms, netiquettes, and the decorum, they will be immediately removed. Okay, so bitter pill to swallow means an unpleasant fact that one must accept. Losing the election was a bitter pill to swallow, means it is hard to believe and hard to digest for the candidate, all right? Something that is very hard to accept. Meaning, okay, like black and blue means bruised, showing signs of having been physically harmed. Okay, like black and blue. My arm was black and blue after falling down the stairs, means having bonded, bruised. Okay, next. Break out in a cold sweat to perspire. To perspire means, to sweat from fever or anxiety. So I usually break out in a cold sweat when I have when I have to deliver my speech, all right, when I have to give my presentation. Okay, catch one's death of cold to become very ill. The little boy was told to be careful in the rain or he would catch his death of cold. Feel on the top of the world, feeling to be very healthy, feeling to be very happy. Basically, feel on top of the world means to be feeling very happy. So I have been feeling on the top of the world since I quit, I can't read it, my job. Quit means to leave, okay? To develop a cramp in the arm or the leg. The swimmer got a Charley horse while he was swimming. So the idiom is get a Charley horse. Go under the knife, undergo surgery. Achha, this is a very important idiom for you to understand, being the medical students. I'm going under the knife next month to try to solve the knee problems. Hope it helps. It means go under the knife means undergo any surgery. And go viral. Okay, so begin to spread rapidly on the internet. This is very common word nowadays. My friend's satirical song about the Supreme Court decision has started to go viral. Okay, next. Have one foot in the grave, to be near death. Okay, my uncle is very sick and has one foot in the grave, means no hopes, just what the doctor ordered, meaning exactly the thing that is or was needed. A short name is just what the doctor ordered. Okay, there's a kink in one snake, a cramp in one snake that caused pain. I woke up this morning with a kink in my neck. Laughter is the best medicine is a very popular line that, laughing a lot is a very effective means of recovery, the physical and mental injury. If I think the best thing for you right now would be to spend some time with people you can joke around, because laughter is the best medicine. Okay, poison pill means an element introduced to the restructuring of a corporation so that it becomes undesirable for another corporation takeover. Okay, so Acme Corporation approved a poison pill to prevent a hostile takeover. Run in the family to be a common family characteristic. The serious illness runs in the family of my friend. Sometimes some diseases are hereditary, whether it is diabetes or sort of some diseases are hereditary. So you can also use the idiom run in the family, that this serious illness or this thing runs in the family of my friend or in our family, whatever. Okay, next. Sick and tired of. So extremely annoyed by something that occurs repeatedly. I'm sick and tired of the way Neil always tries to get on people to do his work. Okay, sick and tired of bad attitude, sick and tired of rudeness, whatever. Okay, sick as a dog, extremely ill. Did you have a good vacation? Not really. I was sick as a dog the whole time. Means to be feeling unhealthy and tired. Snake oil, medicine of unproven value, fraudulent medicine. The internet is full of people who sell snake oil that help you, this is very good idiom, that won't help you at all with your medical problems. Take your medicine, accept something unpleasant. For example, Punish, or he really hates shopping, but he goes anyways and takes his medicine like a man. This is very nice idiom that we have been, listening to a lot. Taste your own medicine. It means the same unpleasant experience and the treatment that you did with others, now you have to experience yourself. Okay, example, this team likes to play rough. So let's go out there and see them a test of, okay, and give them a taste of their own medicine. Means कभी कभी हम कहते हैं ना कि आपने अपना अब अपने किए की भरना, like कि test your own medicine means the way you treated people, you will be treated the same way. This could be its easier meaning. Under the weather, sometimes weather changes, weather exchanges, and then just because of the weather changes, your body can't, have the tendency to accept that, and then maybe you get flu or cough or whatever. So my boss has been under the weather all week and has not come to the work during that time. So you can say today I'm little, I'm feeling under the weather. It means that the weather isn't good, and due to the weather, chilly weather, cold weather, I have cough or I have flu. Okay, so all these idioms that I have prepared for you, I'm going to share this presentation with you, and as well as this recorded lecture. So I would want you to kindly go through it. Okay, I will plan another class before your before your final examination to just share with you some resources, some websites from where you can just practice some more idioms that we generally use in our day-to-day life. So I hope that works, everybody. All right, is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay. So thank you so much. I'm going to end the meeting. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to, share this video and both the presentations of the topics that we have covered today. I will share in the Google Classroom, and as well as the resource will be emailed to you. All right. So thank you so much for joining.
Okay, ma'am. Allah Hafiz.